25th Street Metro North Station, and Grand Central Station has been stopped. Information, as you might expect, is trickling in. This from WABC, our affiliate in New York City. We understand there has been at least one injury, but that injury is minor. Police called a level 2 mobilization for crowd control. Con Edison is also responding to shut off the gas in this area. These are Twitter pictures also coming into us. You see the smoke rising from that building at 116th and Park Avenue. We understand Metro North, as I said before, has elevated tracks through that area. The New Haven line service into and out of Grand Central Terminal is temporarily suspended until further notice due to this police activity. And of course, many firefighters are now on the scene getting a grip on what happened. I don't know whether this was an apartment building under construction, whether there were people inside the apartment building, whether this is even an apartment building. We just don't have much information as of yet. One of our producers, Adam Reese, is on the scene right now. Do we have him on the phone yet? He is seconds away. Apparently, Poppy Harlow is also on her way to the scene. But you can see this thick black smoke pouring from the building. Very disturbing pictures. Adam Reese, you on the phone now?
Hello?
Hello, Adam. Describe the scene for us.
Okay, there are a number of firefighters here. I'm on 116th between what believes to be Madison and Park, and they're still making their way into the explosion. All buildings devastated, windows blown out. They've got at least 3 or 4 hook and ladders up at the scene. With CNN, can I just ask you what the latest is? We're live. Please. Okay. The scene here is many cars covered in soot, cars with blown-out windows, stores with blown-out windows. We haven't seen this kind of smoke in a fire here in New York City in a very long time. Certain parts of the area are clearing out, but heavy smoke still covers at least a 3-block radius here. That's about what I can tell you now, Carol. We just arrived on scene. Most of the emergency personnel all have masks on because the smoke is so heavy. People are being evacuated from all neighboring buildings, and they're still making their way into the explosion, the building where the explosion took place. I can't really tell, due to the smoke, exactly how much damage that particular building suffered, but a lot of emergency personnel, police going through buildings, evacuating, fire personnel putting out fires, and again, a lot of damage along the street, blown out car windows, blown out store windows, and very heavy smoke emanating from the building, which the fire department is still trying to bring under control.
I probably have a better picture of the building than you do because you're probably not able to get very close because police are obviously cordoning the scene, but it appears that it involves one building. Are you hearing it might involve other buildings as well, Adam?
It's pretty focused, Carol, and again, heavy smoke, very heavy smoke, which, like you said, you're seeing is still coming out of the building. Very, very heavy smoke is what I can tell you from here. At least 4 fire engines with their ladders going into the building. They're being blocked by the heavy smoke. It's really, can't really tell what's causing such heavy smoke. And again, all emergency personnel wearing masks here. Very heavy smoke. They are knocking out glass windows of stores and a lot of glass windows of some of the residences here as they evacuate all the residents and people who work in the stores along this street, along 116th between Madison and Park.
Adam, this building where the explosion took place, was it occupied?
I can't really tell. Because of the very heavy and dark smoke, you can't tell what type of a building it was. At least I can't tell from my vantage point.
Well, we know WABC is reporting it was an apartment building. Poppy Harlow is also on the phone. Poppy, are you with me?
Carol, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear. What are you saying?
I am on 116th and Madison, between Madison and Park, which is the block where firefighters are fighting this right now. I just spoke with a firefighter from SDNY who told me it was multiple buildings, confirming multiple buildings. We do not know more than that how many, We do not know if they were residential, how many people were inside of them. But as Adam was just saying to our viewers, I have lived in New York City for 11 years, and I haven't seen smoke like this anywhere in this area. We are east of Columbia University. We're in East Harlem, 116th Street in East Harlem. We're told that this explosion happened somewhere around 9:30 Eastern Time. And coming up here, listening to local news reports, witness accounts on the radio here, one woman called from Frederick Douglass Boulevard, which is about 2 to 3 avenues, which are long, long blocks from where I am. She said she heard the explosion this morning. So that gives you a sense of the magnitude, how big this was. Also, one of the main train lines out of New York City called the Metro North, that runs right in this area with tracks above ground. And another person in the area also called in to the local news saying that there was debris on those tracks. So just to give you a sense of the magnitude, I just tried to walk up to the building and got about a half a block away and was turned away by the police. They're keeping everyone out of this area. And as Adam said, everyone is wearing masks right now. Extremely heavy smoke, so much so that when I got even a block away, I was coughing. That's the scene. And I'm not sure, Carol, are people seeing aerial pictures of this yet?
We are. We have an aerial picture courtesy of WABC, and we see a large hole in the middle of this very large building on 116th. I can't tell whether the apartment building is occupied because maybe they've evacuated, maybe it was under construction. I just don't know, and I don't want to speculate, frankly. WABC was reporting 1 minor injury. Of course, there could be more. We don't know. The other thing we don't know is what caused this explosion. Con Ed is on the scene. It could be a gas line. It could be something else. We just don't know. Is anyone talking about that yet on the scene, Poppy?
They're not yet, but we literally just arrived. I had a moment, stopped NYPD. You know, no comment right now. We're obviously making more calls. FDNY telling us multiple buildings. That's all we know. I'm going to take a moment, if it's all right, Carol, talk to some of the people here because you've got shop owners out on the street, passers-by, residents, all wondering what's happening. There are, my best estimate, well over a dozen ambulances, fire trucks. What I am not seeing at this point, Carol, though, is any stretchers, any paramedics carrying anyone that may have been injured out. I'm not seeing that at this time. That doesn't mean that hasn't happened, but I'm telling you we are not seeing that from our vantage point at 116th Street in Madison in East Harlem.
All right. Do I still have Adam on the line? Okay, so I have Adam on the line. So, Poppy, you go ask people questions, and I'll get back to you in a second. I'll let you do your job for just a second. We just heard from FDNY